The UPX Podcast with the property expert. If it's happening in Upland, it's the place you want to check first. With your host too stupid to win and thank me later. Bringing the strategy, news, and cool charts with all the data. This is Upland, where the metaverse goes down. Genesis, San Fran, to Rio, and all around. Don't miss a week, you never know what they'll say next. It's the Upland Property Experts, baby, UPX.
Welcome, fellow Uplanders, to another episode of the Upland Property Experts. I'm your co-host, Too Stupid to Win, and as always, I'm joined by ThankMeLater. How are we doing this evening, brother?
All right. Was it just me, or was because the audio on the intro was really off? I thought I was lagging bad, and then you came on live, and I was like, maybe it's just the audio.
It seemed normal on my end, and usually on my end, it's kind of iffy. So I don't know.
Lucinate in the house. Lucifer X, what up, brother?
Yeah. So welcome to episode 169. I figured you'd get a kick out of that.
No. I'm a grown adult. I'm not gonna make a joke.
Right. You made a huge deal when we had the original episode 69.
The original. That's different.
It's 100 later.
Anyway.
We do have a new segment tonight.
We do.
Yeah, we do. So, last week we got that sneak peek at the UPX World data mines. And of course, the request came in for us to break down some neighborhoods. So you put together a new segment for us. So I think we'll hit that first. We got the secondary market update, and then typical Upland news. Pretty quiet this week. Nothing too spectacular. So we'll hit all the highlights. How much longer do people have to collect the 100 Xenon in UPX World?
Anywhere from a week to maybe 2 weeks, I would say. So it's going to be soon.
All right, I got to get my kids on it for me then.
You don't want to miss it.
I don't.
You'd be sad.
Absolutely.
Wait, Dizzy got it, yeah?
I don't know. He might have threw up a couple of times, but I think he got it.
Don't worry. We might have to put a disclaimer on it because it does legit. I think maybe it's just older guys. I have no idea. I don't know what the demographic is, but I can't really play without getting dizzy if I have if I'm running in that mine shaft. Oh no. So anyway,
I'll definitely check it out and get mine, and if not, I'll sit my kids down and say, get all this stuff for me, and it'll be good.
Yeah.
The advantages of having a little clan.
Mm-hmm.
Wait. How many different drinks are you drinking? That has to be like the third different bottle I've seen since we were before the show and during the show. You had a Mountain Dew thing. You just had your vitamin.
Yeah, I gotta mix it up. You gotta balance. You gotta balance your liquids.
All right.
Yeah, it's true.
And then you did do a live demo. Is there a way that they can look up the past demos that you've done on this?
All my videos are on Twitch and YouTube. So, okay. Yeah.
There you go.
And if you go on the Discord, there's actually the world speed record is videoed and is on the Discord.
So if the normal one would get you sick just trying to play it, watching the world record, would that just make you straight up vomit?
Oh, it's hard to watch. It's great, but it's like hard to watch because it's so fast. These guys in Romania don't play. They were crushing it. Yeah.
All right. Do you want to jump right in and get to the new segment first?
Yeah. Hold on. Yeah. We ready?
Oh, absolutely.
All right. Welcome to the N.O.D. Show. Neighborhood-oriented discussion and evaluation. Up first, Alamo Square, San Francisco.
Those are some nice painted ladies.
Yeah, right? All right. How was that? That was terrible. Whatever. All right.
We can get some music to it.
Well, yeah, we'll get a little beat going. All right. So, what we're going to do in this segment is evaluate different neighborhoods that have been requested. We had Green Turtle reach out immediately and asked for an evaluation on Alamo Square. So that's what we're going to do today. We are here at the wonderful UPX.world. And you can go to the data mines. You want to open the Upland data mines. And then we're going to go look at some stats. Of course, Alamo Square's in San Francisco. And so, for those who are keeping track, that's the Genesis City and alphabetically first neighborhood. So, say what you will. Genesis neighborhood? It's not really. There's actually, anyway.
You're reaching, but okay.
Yeah, I was a bit.
It was the first one that was organized by a community member that reached out to a bunch of players.
Oh, no. I wasn't going there. I'm not going there. I'm not going there. Nope. All right. So, on the stats page, we got some really, it took me a minute to figure it out, to be honest, but it's pretty cool. You have, these are just your numbers on how many are for sale. Now, in a sold out neighborhood, it's a little bit different, but in a neighborhood that isn't minted, you can find out how much it would cost to actually mint out a neighborhood using the properties by mint. Now, disclosure on this, it only takes the property's mint value. So when we look at right now, there's only 26 properties for sale in Alamo Square. However, it makes up a pretty significant mint value. So the ones that are for sale are probably pretty high because they make up more of the share. Does that make sense?
Makes sense.
Now, looking at the stats, I am really shocked at this. First off, $125 USD floor. That seems pretty low. That, even if you convert that to 175,000 UPX or so with the conversion rate, still much lower than the current UPX floor at 330,000.
That's a big disparity. Have you looked at other neighborhoods to see how close they are, or is this tracking normal, or is it?
Oh, that's a good question. I haven't. This seems like a much bigger disparity than we would see, like, say, in the floor prices.
Yeah.
So when we're evaluating, one of the things I'm looking for is number of buildings complete. And we're going to look at buildings and the diversity of the buildings and who owns the property, who's contributing to the neighborhood. Those are all going to be kind of like how a litmus test for how strong the community is. So we can see here 187 buildings complete, 5 are being constructed. So, I mean, not too terrible. Probably want to see this a little bit higher for the size of it. If we look at our top, I don't know, let's go. So we got Kenny Choina. Okay, so Kenny, I guess we could tell a little back. Kenny is super cool. He runs, is it a crypto company? What is it? Oh, I feel so bad.
It's not a blog. It's some EOS writer.
EOS writer, yeah.
Yeah.
Super cool guy. Real OG. Choina, who I don't even know. I think Choina might have introduced us. Because I think I was friends with Choina and then found out that he was friends with you.
Yeah, he's a man about the metaverse and just not Upland. He knows people everywhere.
He knows people. Yeah, he's a big shot. No, he's super cool. Although that did sound like a 12-year-old, like, oh yeah, no, we were anyway. Myself, 23. This is one of my favorite holdings in the game is that I own an entire block of Alamo Square. It's something that I absolutely love. And then we have Too Stupid to Win here at 20, down through the rest. So if the next thing I want to look at is, okay.
But look at some of the people though. Okay, Kenny's a lot of OGs in this here. Prospect Gold, June, Loki, Crazy Crypto, Dizzy, Kachow, Sunstar, Lou Daddy.
Oh, Lou Daddy. You know what? Lou Daddy just came back. Lou Daddy locked in with that axe. You know that?
No.
Alpha Xenon. Yeah, Elite. He did. He was like, oh, hey, I got to check this out. And then crushed it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Z Hidalgo and Hodler. Yeah. So it's a cool property, and it's kind of, and Stirs Marlins in there too. So it's kind of picked back up, and it's starting to develop. So I do like that it's coming back.
Yeah. And then, so the other thing that I like to look at in comparison to this, because this also, somebody can own a lot of properties, but not have a lot of the actual square footage, which I think in the long run is going to be more important. But from a voting and power perspective, I guess total number matters more. So here you can see, like, for instance, me and you, I think we both have a couple larger parcels there. So we're much higher on the ownership perspective.
Yeah, you passed me when they unlocked those properties in San Francisco. That big block was still available, and I went hunting for that huge park down in Southeast San Francisco, which was like over 4,000 up square. And I forgot that I was going to be competing with you for that piece in Alamo Square, and then I went back there, and you grabbed it already. So yes, nice job there, and that's where you passed me in total area.
Oh, that was such a good day. That was so fun. Mostly because I sniped it from you. Oh, you were kind of hurt. You were like,
I was.
You were feeling some kind of way.
But so, you know what? I was glad that you got it. If you, me, or Choina got it, I was good. So
that's fair. So next thing we want to look at is, okay, so you own a lot of properties. Are you investing? So we can see here Choina, who actually is the originator of this node. So Choina was the very first player to ever go, hey, you know what would be cool is if we got a group of players together and bought out a neighborhood, even though it's not a collection, we'll kind of own it and it'll be a cool thing and we'll be able to, whatever. And so he organized Alamo Square. I mean, that was pretty early on in 2020.
Yep.
And because I feel like we actually might have even talked about it on one of the podcasts.
Yes, we did.
And
early on.
And yeah, so Choina, who is kind of the organizer and originator of this, you love to see him as being by far the highest contributor at 72,000 spark hours, which means that he's not only contributing to himself, but to other people. And I know that for a fact because he's helped out several of my builds.
Speaking of your builds, you need to get more buildings up.
Yeah, excuse me, Mr. 11,000 sparks helped. Don't see. I'm at 28. Get on my level.
Well, put some buildings up and I might.
I have more. Oh, all right. Hold on. We have a chart for that. Show me owners by building. Damn.
Huh. What?
Nothing to see here. Damn. Slacking. You know what it is? I don't want to build on it.
He's just theoretically speaking, as you have the community collections going on, or if you're being able to vote in the community. He was speculating there's nothing definitive out there. So Umbrella Boy said, wait, what did TML mean by more props means more voting power? Did you miss here?
Oh yeah. I mean, again, that was more theoretical terms, not necessarily in game.
Oh, I guess, Jimmy Jester, you haven't realized that it's always a pissing contest between the two of us. So welcome to the show.
Welcome to the show, Jimmy. Wait, where's our milk and cookies? Did he
didn't bring milk and cookies today.
Jimmy, I thought we were friends.
He always brings milk and cookies.
Oh, I'm a little sad now. I needed the milk and cookies.
Yes. So I have 20 properties. You have 23 properties. I have more built. So I have, I think, 2 properties with nothing on it. So catch up.
Yeah, that's really good. I have several that I'm just like, I feel like weird building on. So, but yeah, I need to go back and do it. That's fair.
All right. Continue.
So we have, again, we see what we would hope, Choina being the top building owner as well, leading the way. And then we have, again, this is great to see. Again, this is most of Two Stupid's total properties, right? So this is only like short 3 or 4. So that definitely kind of shows, again, dedication. You want to see that in your top kind of owners there. So from a competition perspective, one of the biggest things is, is the diversity. So you need to have as many variations of each decoration for each building type, which means you need a minimum of certain buildings, primarily the kind of the base buildings, if you will, not the specialty city buildings, not the manufacturing, not the showrooms, not, in this case, the painted ladies, which is super cool that they're here. What we're looking at is your small townhouses. This is going to be the most common in most neighborhoods. These are easy to build. They're the smallest footprint that fits the most variety of lands. So you're going to have a lot of those. You're probably not going to have any problem matching your decorations with that. So don't worry too much about that. Townhouses are a little bit chunkier. People still like them. Get 40 or 50 of those and you'll be good. Apartments start to get tricky. Oh, go ahead.
The challenge with Alamo Square too is the size of a lot of the properties. The small townhouses, it's either small townhouses or townhouse, and then you're kind of stuck off of that.
Oh, yeah, that's a fair point. So, and again, back in early 2020, I mean, we had no idea what neighborhood things would look like. So we didn't necessarily pick the neighborhood based on its ability to compete. However, if you were to pick a neighborhood now, these are things to consider, because if you cannot get a variety of buildings, and we actually see this, we saw this with Recurrier's neighborhood?
Merced Manor.
Merced Manor, because like there's no place for apartments or the luxury town, luxury modern and luxury ranch.
They have an apartment or two, but there's not much.
Yeah, and so that really hinders the ability to kind of compete. 15 apartments is okay, but it's really not going to be enough when there's people with 40 and 50, and there's going to be enough variety and decorations that, again, that's a multiplier. I can't stress that enough. Well, it has historically, that's how it's been. So, like that's going to be a really big competitive edge. And then micro houses, I mean, hopefully these are on absolutely tiny properties that nothing else fits on, but they are valid. And from a decorating perspective, even though they do give, I believe, the smallest point score overall, they are added to the variety score. So it is still important. Probably could go with more of those if there was smaller properties that need to be built on. But, I think we only have one, because we have some of the, let's go out here. Yeah, I was going to say we have, and we have a Lily Corp.
Yep.
Although, again, from a decorating perspective, like this is just cool in general to have in your neighborhood, especially one as small as Alamo Square. but you can't decorate it.
No.
But the other thing is, the other thing that people do have to remember is, and they haven't announced exactly what the criteria for it will be, but neighborhood collections. So there'll be point scores based on number of homes that are there, as people's home addresses, things like that. And I can tell you, I'm really hoping there's a nice bonus for landmarks, because that is 7 landmarks in one neighborhood.
You won't see that anywhere else.
Bling. That makes my toes curl. Again, we have a shortage of luxury homes, only 1 ranch and 2 moderns. But there's not really going to be many places to build those on. So again, great neighborhood. Absolutely, is being built out. Very competitive, great community. Probably will struggle in some of the more competitive decorating contests, though. Any other thoughts or things you'd want to see on this?
I think you kind of really broke that down. What else?
Well, let's see
Under
what else.
construction, it's just small townhouses.
5 small townhouses. So definitely, that's probably a wake-up call to those slackers, aka me, to go start some builds there.
Here, what are your opinions on all the landmark property spark hours when building? Has anyone ever thought they seem pretty low compared to an apartment building?
I don't know that I've ever.
It depends on the landmark, because some of it just really depends on the landmark, because some are way greater than apartment buildings, others are way less. So,
do we have the numbers on that? Like how many spark hours it took to build those things?
I know the painted ladies were really low.
But I mean, the painted ladies aren't even apartment complexes. They're smaller than apartment complexes, for sure.
Because I know my Federal Reserve on Battery Street was 45,000 spark hours.
Oh, I didn't even check on mine.
I would think yours was pretty low.
Yeah, mine's a tavern, so I mean, it's essentially an apartment complex sideways.
Ooh, good point, Shaq. Another great stat would be number of declared residents per neighborhood. That's an important criteria in neighborhood challenges. Only resident structures and ornaments count.
Yeah, that's a really good point. I will put that in the suggestion box. That's I have to see what we can find out. Because the other thing, which I found out today, and I'm sure there's other people, I can't remember. I was probably talking in the daily Discord, and what the heck was it? I don't even remember now. Totally lost that train of thought. What were we talking about?
We were talking about being able to look at the number of home addresses.
Oh, which reminded me that I was talking this morning about trying to find all the people in jail. And we were going to try and put a jail report together.
Ooh.
Unfortunately, it wouldn't work because you'd have to spam the heck out of the API, and it would be really bad. So
like back in the day when some people developed some stuff and you'd run it to grab data, and it bogged the whole game down, and worrying that you were going to crash Upland.
Yeah, like legit, we were sitting there like toggling it on and off, and literally the game lag would be exactly in tune with when the scripts were running. And I was like, dude, you need to throttle that down. He's like, but it's so quick. No one will notice. And then it like nearly takes Upland down for 45 minutes. Oh, the good times.
Fun days.
Fun days. Yes. Well, if we have time at the end of the show, I'm happy to do another one or look at other interesting stats.
All right, sounds good. Because we did get a couple requests in, so we got them on the list, and we'll definitely include them in the shows.
All right.
What you doing now?
Don't worry about it. I'm just trying something.
Okay, just trying something.
Yeah, this wasn't working earlier. I don't know if it'll work. I was trying to pull the stats for all of LA, but I think it was breaking the system.
Yeah, I was trying to pull some stuff up on larger queries, and you don't have a circle. You get the box of deaths with you guys.
The box of death?
Yeah. It just goes thinking, and it never gets off of thinking.
Oh, really? This is the loop? All right, I got to raise it as a defect. Oh, there it is.
Oh,
error. Okay. Please retry. No, don't retry. That's a trick. Don't retry. Anyway. Oh, yeah. Anyway, you can go on with the show.
All right. I will do that. All right. Oh, yeah. Dude, you're killing me with your different hydration strategies over there. Welcome to the market update for February 2nd, 2023. Looking at it, Buenos Aires is still in the top 10, but it's down 20% as it gets kind of, I wouldn't say stale.
Fuego.
Yeah. Manhattan pushing closer back to that 100,000 UPX floor where we were so used to seeing it.
Get it together, fam. Do not. So I'm not changing my position on Rutherford. I still think it's insane. But there's been some very good arguments for it. I understand it a little bit better. I also understand that Santa Clara, for the exact same reasons, just at a much different scale, has the same appeal. I don't know if it's just a fad. It's relating to treasure hunting and people being able to farm Spark and things like that in these relatively cheap compared to other places. So it's very compelling. But if Upland changes the reward strategy for treasure hunts, or starts to limit it, or do something else to curb the people who are farming, significant amounts of Spark, which is awesome by them. I'm pro.
Oh, absolutely.
I'm pro those guys because they're awesome. But
I wish I had the time. I get 0.02 Spark a day, and that's about the time that I have to do is to, I'm like, yeah, I can do this, and I can earn like 0.1 Spark a day. I just don't have time to do that much treasure hunting.
Right. Yeah. So, I mean, kudos to the guys who do it, guys and gals, I guess, that do it. But I think if Upland ever changes that, those neighborhoods would be drastically different, because I've long not understood the Rutherford appeal. And I'll be honest, there's no way that the people who bought into Rutherford originally were planning on selling it as a treasure hunt, easy treasure hunt, standard hunt, because that didn't exist at the time. No. So I think it's evolved because of the current metagame of Upland being standard treasure hunting for Spark. So that's why those cities are currently getting propped the way they are.
Yeah. And then it is interesting, Manhattan's at $46.80. Then Rutherford, Santa Clara are, mid to high 20s, $28.40 and $24 even. And then it drops down to San Francisco. I still think San Francisco's US dollar floor is being suppressed by certain sellers. But then after you get out of those top four, it really drops into $6 and below.
That's crazy. But at the same time, I think is probably right. Like,
Yeah.
I think wherever LA is not even on here.
No.
Jeez. Yeah. So like LA is probably undervalued there, but yeah.
Yeah. So the 30-day change, I don't think it's bad. You know, we're pretty solid. Manhattan's up 23.28%. Santa Clara's up 29.48% over the last 30 days, which is crazy.
Yeah. No, it's that standard treasure hunt. They figured out that Santa Clara, again, for the cost and the size and the shape, like what it would be valued, and they got it down to a science. It's crazy.
But, you know, and you don't have to have properties. You know, just watch Russell Envy's
Well,
videos.
no, because you're thinking about, like, if you did that, you could only do, I don't know, like 10,
10 to 15.
10, 15 treasure hunts.
Yeah.
These people are doing 100 treasure hunts or
Right.
more. Like, the idea is you get a web, and if it's big enough, you don't even have to use a send, but most of the time you have to use at least one send. But then you get 80 sends a day. You're doing it 80 times potentially.
Right.
So again, it's it's just a completely different mentality on it.
So overall, over 30 days, pretty happy with where we're sitting.
Yeah.
Looking at the 12-week change, we got a lot of green on the UPX floor, a lot of green on the UPX floor, and a lot of red on the US dollar.
I mean, I'm not sad about that. It does put a strain. It's a weird like relationship on that of UPX being devalued, and that's why it's going up. And then having the USD also go, it does make you feel like there's probably a bigger gap between the USD value and the UPX value of things.
Yeah. And I do find it interesting that the Bronx is exactly 11,500 UPX, and that's the same price that it was back on November 10th, 2022.
Oh, like the Bronx, like, we ain't changing.
Nobody's making us change.
You think you can touch our floor? Better think again.
The Bronx has to look out because Arlington's at 11,490 as their UPX floor. So they're
Arlington trying to undercut, just like just a little bit.
just a little bit.
Like, dang, Arlington, you need to chill. Bronx don't mess around. You're not messing with Austin here, bro. Like,
Arlington.
Yeah.
And then going back 6 months, from an UPX standpoint, I think it's pretty solid. You know, Manhattan's only down 1.65%, Rutherford 11.77. That's the crazy part. Rutherford, as high as Rutherford is, they're down almost 12% from 6 months ago. Santa Clara is up 31.27%, and then San Francisco, Bronx are down less than 10% each. But that's just crazy how much people realize Santa Clara was just as good as Rutherford for that treasure hunting.
Yeah.
Web.
Yeah, no, it is interesting. And I think we'll potentially see more of those pop up as Upland releases some of these smaller territories. I could see that even being a trend, you know, as the treasure hunting opens up before the city maybe gets bigger. Maybe there's a market there.
And I also do find it interesting. I forgot to mention on the first slide, just the week-to-week change. 4 out of the 10 cities have not been fully released. Arlington, Dallas, Las Vegas, and Buenos Aires, they have not had the whole city released, but yet they're sitting in the top 10. So I just caution our listeners as you're making your purchases with secondary purchases to just be careful, because there's more city to come. And what it can do to the floor, we don't know yet.
Yeah. I mean, it's gonna.
I forced myself once. I made 20 hunts. I was incredibly bored. I don't understand how people can make 100. I don't have patience for it. Congrats to those who do.
Preach, brother.
Yeah.
I mean, it's dedication. Like, Wolf Warner, what's up, brother? What up?
All right.
Netflix and Hunt. That means something a little different here in Texas, just for the record.
Yeah, same in Ohio. Upland's UPX markup floor percentage. So this is the lowest markup percentage in these cities right here. Rutherford 571%, Manhattan 216, San Francisco 198, and Staten Island 188. So pretty solid, other than Rutherford.
Well,
I wouldn't complain.
Yeah, well, and what I'll call out here is look at Santa Clara only at 146. But I think, do you have the one that says like what their floor percent markup is?
Bam, right there.
Look at that.
Ask and you shall receive.
So you can see here that Santa Clara's floor markup is insanity. So what's happening is if you're going to buy there, try to buy smart. Don't go for the exact floor, because if the floor is 54,000 or 42,000 at 34x mint price, and there's something out there that's 1.5x mint price, there's no way that price difference is that huge. Go find some of the bigger ones, spend a little bit more UPX, make sure that you're getting the right value. That's important, just in general. But I don't know. I think like that's crazy to me, the difference there. And it just kind of shows you that is exactly why people are buying it. They don't really care. They just need it for their treasure hunt. So who cares?
Yeah. Yeah, because if you look like Santa Clara, their markup price, it's a half a million UPX, and then the one right behind it's 101,000 UPX, and then you got one that's 73.5 thousand UPX. So you're going to pay a little, not too much more on some of these, considering the 45 or 42,950 is your floor. So just a little, if you got the availability, you're saving yourself a lot, and getting more return on your investment.
Yeah.
Bottom 5 city floors in Upland. We have Detroit, Rio, Porto, Dallas, and Staten Island.
Ooh. Dallas.
I don't know why Dallas is in there at 10,980. So I have a little error. I don't know what happens with the bottom 5 city floors. Tends to be the slide that gets an error in it. Well, I'll have to double check the formula and work with Justin on that, because this one seems to be the one that gets messed up from time to time.
Yeah. It's all right. We know there's a bunch of cheap properties.
Yeah, because Dallas is listed here. So I don't know how it got there. But anyway, yep, you have the artificial $3 floor that Upland upholds in Detroit and Rio, $375 in Porto, Dallas is $580, and Staten Island is $399. But other than that, it's been pretty stable. No big changes.
Yep.
And then looking back 6 months ago, Detroit's up 17.2%. And this kind of alludes to what we talked about just a little bit ago, of one of the newer cities that hasn't had the full city release being in the top 10 cities. Rio 6 months ago is now down 46.28%.
Yeah. It definitely was it wasn't that bad of a bubble, but it was definitely, I think, eye-opening, because Rio was the first
international city.
Yeah, and so that was the first. They did that sellout really quick, and then they did a couple more releases, and so yeah, that makes a ton of sense because there was a lot of hype, rightfully so. It was a great city launch, but then it kept growing. And then I think the floor kind of fell out, especially with all the FSA getting brought in. Like those players are just looking to make, a quick UPX.
Yeah. Oh, so JT, Sao Paulo, next city. And then Shaq follows up saying, Dirk told me Sao Paulo is way too big.
I got to put Shaq on blast like that.
But no, but it's to the point of, I don't know why Dirk would say something about it being way too big, especially the way that they're rolling cities out now. That it really, the city size really shouldn't matter as long as you have.
Is it more population?
I don't know. Not really sure.
How many people live in Sao Paulo?
Who? So I did get offered $110K for a 28 up square, but I needed it in my collection and as a hunt spot. That's an interesting challenge.
Yeah.
To turn it down for.
Turn down for what?
It's turn up for what, but I got what you're doing. Anyway, so once again, the cheapest markup percentage for US dollars, 7 out of the 10 are below 50%. Las Vegas, Detroit, and Arlington are at 50%. Just US dollars the way to go if you want to buy in.
Yeah. You know what? After talking, I don't remember where I was talking this through of what the actual value, even at the current Spark rate, is versus buying minting property, right? So your current 14% passive versus buying Spark and then renting it even at its current terrible price. What would be better from a ROI perspective? Which do you think it was?
Buying for US dollar under bills? I mean, under mint?
Nope. Spark still won.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Even at its really bad rate right now, because there's not really any functionality. I think once the neighborhood collections come up, I think we'll see Spark get re-energized once we have car manufacturing and parts and things. That'll all drive up Spark. So
I know when the exchanges first went live, you were getting about 50 UPX a spark hour. It's down to 13.3, 15, which is better than what it has been because it was floating right around 10. So it's kind of rebounded, but still, if you want to develop stuff, I really think right now is the best time to be putting your money in to develop your properties because it's going to shoot up sooner or later.
Yeah. Plus, I mean, I don't know if all of the exchanges are doing it, but I know that some of the exchanges have flat out said they're not going to sell it for under 10 cents, 10 UPX, because it just the economics of it don't even make sense to manage all of it at that low. So there is a bit of a floor there. So I think that's kind of interesting. Oh, they say, what's the next US city?
Yeah.
Miami. I think Miami.
Yeah. All right. Look at
what
that.
Was that?
Yeah. It's just, they're running out of big flashy name cities.
I was you either know something or don't care that you know nothing.
I mean, I would like to see something in the Northeast coast be released. You got the Northwest and the Northeast that really hasn't had a big city released yet.
Yeah.
Well, okay, the Northeast, you can say Manhattan, the New York City hub. Okay, I'm good with that. So you got the Northwest. Yep. So I would think something like Seattle or Portland.
Oh, Seattle would be pretty dope.
And you've had New Orleans down south, but it's not a Houston, it's not an Atlanta, and Yeah. So
We got a Dallas and a Nashville.
but Nashville's slowly but surely moving. And Dallas, it was only a partial release. So
Yeah, but again, that only goes to say you don't need any more in those areas.
true.
Yeah.
So the Pacific Northwest done. So Arlington's up 3%, Dallas is up 1%. Everybody else has stayed the same towards being completely sold out. Minted properties available 415,283. Los Angeles still has an insane amount of 177,899. They did sell almost 3,000 properties this week, though.
Yeah, you know what? There are a couple nodes that are like going hard. Shout out to our Hyde Park Ninja Boys. Hyde Park, LA is flying off the shelves. It has been crazy. I think Dizzy's at like 500 something properties there. The ninjas themselves each own several hundred. I tried to buy as many as I could, but it was getting, well, I ran out of UPX, if I'm being honest, because I would have just kept buying.
I think I have like 20 or something, and I thought that was good, but I guess I'm behind.
You need to get on it. You better before it's gone.
I guess so. Spark Leader. So we just had Spark Week wrap up, and with Spark Week wrapping up, you have an increase in overall Spark. Interesting that MV Motors, this happened a while ago, but they overtook NFLPA in the amount of Spark they had. Expedia has really been grinding it out. Last time they were somewhere in the 60s. So they've went up over 80.89, and they're one of the treasure hunter for Spark people.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Now
to get in the top 10, you had a lot of people in the 40s, few people above 40, few people above 50, but now to be in the top 10, you have to have 50 Spark.
Wow. Dang. It's interesting because, and I don't mean this hopefully as an insult, but like there's a lot of names up here that I just don't know. Like they're obviously making moves and doing something. So like I want to know, what? We could do a little investigation. Like, who are they? Where are they investing all this Spark?
So Expedia Group Inc. is an American online travel shop company for consumer and small business travel. Yes, it is, but I know it's not that company.
No, it's a player.
Yeah. We all thought 20 was good, JT.
Right? I just hit 20. Like,
over 1K Sparks. Nice Twitch. If you add them all, it does not make an Abdullah. That's true. You add them all up and it still doesn't crack 1,000.
And you know what? He has all of it staked. Yes. I thought for sure he wouldn't. Like, how would you say 1,100 Spark? He has it all staked.
He does.
Yeah.
And Abdullah, you can still come on the show whenever you want to do an interview, and you don't have to show your face. We can even do voice distortion. We can do it pre-recorded, and you can figure it out and we can edit it. But definitely, if you ever want to come out and do an interview, please reach out to us first.
Indeed.
All right. So this is an interesting one. I'm still working on the titles on this.
Transactions still minting.
So
what?
these are,
so this is God.
These are cities that are available to mint right now. We have the total and we have the secondary. So the total is the total number of transactions. The secondary column is less the minting, swapping, and accepted offers. So the secondary is the ones that people just list the property of, hey, I'm selling the property for 20,000 UPX, and people say buy now. So that's a secondary purchase. That's a secondary column. The first column is how many swaps, accepted offers, minting went on in the city.
Okay.
So it kind of shows you how the secondary market is faring in each city based off of the total transactions and people just hitting buy with the listed price out there.
Yeah. So when you look at something like, say, Arlington, where its total sales being at over 700 and its secondary sales being what, like a third of that,
Yeah.
would go to say people are actively minting Arlington out, where, there might be something that's more disproportionate, like Chicago, which really only sold a couple hundred with total sales at 1750. And secondary consuming almost all of it at 1100. So you can see there it is mostly secondary sales. Very few things are getting minted, but that's also not a lot left in Chicago to mint. And I think they're pretty big properties. But that's good to see that there's still that secondary activity.
Yeah. It was something new, and shout out to Justin for putting this together today. So do appreciate that.
Cool. Get it,
And then,
Justin.
And then here is the cities that are minted out.
Oh, cool. I was like, dang, I wonder what the cities that are minted out look like. And then here it is.
So once again, the totals, the swaps, accepted offers, any kind of transactions, the secondaries are the people that just hit the buy now button.
Gotcha. Okay. So in theory, those could include like burners and things like that.
Right.
Gotcha. Yeah, which is good because, well, I guess it depends on the type of burner. Anyway, if it's a returner burner, which is not a thing, it's not a thing. You amateurs.
No returner burners.
No returner burner. A burner is a burner. You get no returner. I'm gonna make a rap out of that.
You're gonna make a rap out of that. Awesome.
Somebody put that to dubstep. Let's make that happen. One day we're gonna have fans like that. We're gonna have enough crazy people following this that somebody will do that. One day.
Hey, Mars is in the house. He's got you. No returner burner.
Snap. Oh snap. Oh, I forgot the legendary Mars Utah was in the house. Oh man. Oh, you're gonna do him dirty, eh? That's how you're gonna do Upland?
That's how I'm gonna do it. So we're back to the flat Earth theory. And for the people that do listen on the podcast, there's a flat Earth with a little dome over it, and like a rocky. Yeah, just check it out on YouTube at 52:30 time frame. But yeah, the globe was pretty cool, but there was a lot of lag issues. So right now they reverted back to the flat Earth for the time being, and they'll get us back to the globe.
Huh.
Kyrie was right. Absolutely. Mr. Irving was all about the flat Earth theory. So yes, it's back, and hopefully they get back to it. The globe's cool. But for right now, we're back to flat Earth.
Oh, if only there was technology. Oh, huh. Oh, you mean like this? You mean like one that has like flags and things you can click on? And
you got flags and things you can click on, but you don't have, 30,000 people trying to click on stuff at the same time.
I mean, they can try. Go ahead.
They can try.
Get 30,000 people to click on this, please. That would make my day. Anyway. Just saying.
Just saying. So the Susan G. Komen Building Project, usually Cancer Awareness Month is in October, but Upland's getting the jump on it. And they decided to start looking into it with their partnership. They are building 3 of these wonderful buildings in Chicago, Dallas, and Los Angeles. I thought it was interesting they went with Dallas. I figured it was going to be one of the New York City burbs, but they went with Dallas, which is okay.
No, I mean, I think it's meant to be true to the clinics.
Okay.
I think those are the actual headquarters.
Gotcha.
I don't know. Somebody would have to fact check that. Don't say that. Because now that I think about it, I'm like, what's the likelihood that Upland saved all of their headquarter addresses? That would be very suspect.
Blind squirrel gets a nut every once in a while.
Anyway.
But yes, now if you wanted a Spark on here to help build it, and they're all staked.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's almost no chance that you can do it at this point, right?
Nope, you can't. When I saw it, I was behind, and I checked it out, and everybody was there.
Hey, that's awesome. That means that there is an overabundance of people that are looking to support the cause, and that rocks.
Absolutely, and it's a good cause, and they're looking to do some fun stuff with it, and they'll be prepared for Cancer Awareness Month in October. So, good cause. Excited for that. Now we have the Fair Winds Tour. This was in Buenos Aires. It already happened. Hopefully you took the Boulder Magic approach to it. You registered for it, got your sends. If you didn't want to travel there, at least you have a bunch of sends. But you actually got 0.01 sparks. So it's valuable for you to do that. And then you pretty much get your registration fee back going through the tour. So those are always fun, either for building your sends or earning spark and learning more about cities that are released in Upland.
Okay, mister, this is the best thing ever. Did you do it?
No, I didn't.
Just get out of here. You're such a hypocrite.
I'm not.
Oh, this is so good. You got to do these. It's really great. You can get the things. You can do this. Did you do any of that?
I've used tours to stack my spends. Now, it's been a pretty busy week, so I didn't even realize this was going on until after the registration closed this morning. So
I'm just messing with you.
Yep. But the tour is still going on through, if you registered, it's still going on through Friday, February 3rd. So
pretty cool. I like the tours. They're fun.
Thanks. So we have the King Manor Landmark auction going on. And that's
you say, should that mean something to me? What's King Manor?
It's another landmark. It's over in Queens. So Rufus King, he kind of signed the Constitution, It was a 19th century farmhouse constructed in 1806.
Okay.
Still nothing.
No. I mean, it just seems very aggressive for what you're describing. Like the two things don't match. Like this, old-timey historic cottage. This makes me feel like they're auctioning off the Playboy Mansion. King Manor. Like, dang. Like, all right, llama, calm down.
Yeah. So it's a museum right now, and I'm just leaving it be. Either way, the reverse auction is starting at 14,000 and 80,000 or 14,080,000 UPX. Figure it will go pretty quick. They always go pretty quick, and they'll reduce the price every hour. It starts. Oh wait, that was today. No. Registration goes on today. Registration ends Friday, February 3rd at 8 a.m. Pacific time, and the sale starts Friday, February 3rd at 9 a.m. Pacific time. But their wonderful graphic for the price reduction schedule threw me off because they have the date of 2/2/23 in all the times.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah. So I looked at their graphic and they messed me up. So it just wasn't me.
No, you're all right.
Yeah. All right. So what else do you got?
For a Miles replacement? Yeah.
That was April Fools.
That was such a good one. Like me, I remember Dizzy specifically. Like I think
like he lit up our text chain like it was something else.
He was mad. I got anxious. I got real anxious when I saw it. Like I didn't put it together, which is shame on me. And then I was like, oh no, they wouldn't do this. But then Dizzy came in hard. He was like legit fired up. Like I'd never seen him this fired up about anything. Like he was going to the mat. And then we're like, dude, it's April Fools. And he's like he was like so relieved. It was really funny.
Yeah. Like I was like, whoa, calm down. It is okay.
Yeah. He's like, I saw their llama. That's all I wanted. I just wanted a llama. I was like, all right, bro.
Yeah. All right. What else you got?
What else you got?
Donovan Mitchell's been sucking it up for the Cavs lately.
Oh my God. You just bricked this show. Who
Sorry.
the hell? No one cares about sports.
I care about sports.
What does sports have to do with anything? We don't even like the sports that Upland's already picked. You're not even talking about sports that are even in Upland. Jeez.
Just looking at the score and looking at the stats, and yeah, he started off hot, not so hot right now.
Oh, you know what?
What?
Why don't we do this? Somebody give me your in-game, first person to give me their in-game. I'll do an evaluation of your account. We'll do an account evaluation. Whoever first person to put up their Upland username in chat. Let me go. Data mines.
Oh, there you go.
No. Oh, wait, geez.
SC Kicker.
No.
Just
Yeah.
NFT 3.
Yeah, I did the same thing you did. All right, cool. Just NFT 3. All right. Search for user. Just NFT 3. Are we doing this like a roast? Or we never really specified what exactly how we were going to evaluate this, just for the record. So I guess we'll start here. Block Explorer, FIFA World Cup, solid. Let's see, we got the big numbers we care about. Net worth, 28 million. Currently earning 195,000 a month.
No, that's their balance.
That's their balance. Thank you. Because I was like, dang, that's really bad.
The yield per month is to the right.
I was like, there's no way that's correct. All right, sorry. That's his current balance. We're peeping in there. Dude, what are you doing? Go to LA and buy some Hyde Park. What are you, slacking? His yield per month is 349,000 UPX. So that seems more reasonable. You have to figure out essentially, is it more or less than the 14%? So however you
should
would
probably be more, because if you have that much, you got the properties and you got the collections. So
yeah, so that's pretty good. All right, let's see. I feel like this is almost like snooping through somebody's history a little bit. It's kind of, but it's fun. All right, let's see. Where are you sparking?
Nashville. That's where his home residence is.
He started some San Francisco builds. I can appreciate that. Dun, dun, dun. Dang, look at you. All right. Nashville. Oh, Porto. You're all over the place. I like it. All right. So there you go. He seems to be a lot of sparking. You manage a lot of your spark very aggressively. How much spark do you have?
20.
20? Yeah, that's solid. Very cool. Hometown address, Nashville, Tennessee. Very cool. Is that part of a N.O.D.E, JT? What is that? Is that a N.O.D.E that you're in? So let's see. NFTs. For sure, we got to see what's in his wallet. We're not looking for MasterCard or Visa either. Oh, dude. Your director of Block Explorer is dope as hell. That's really cool. I've never seen that before. I'm surprised you don't use that more. Very cool. We got a couple creepy kids. Low mint creepy kids. This is the one who is currently equipped. The FIFA World Cup logo. Very cool. 14 out of 50. All right. We got some different stuff. Oh, you know, I like the angry yellow chick. Oh, FIFA World Cup. That's cool. Did you earn that or did you buy that? That's what I want to know. Earn or buy. Good. Supporting the breast cancer awareness. Solid collection. I mean, good variety. You have some kind of rare, cool ones. The wizards, the chick. You know, good. Not too many of these janky ones. That's good. Like you have a solid collection there. Nothing bad. Essentials. Now I'm probably gonna need Too Stupid on this because I don't know much about football. Are these good? Oh wait. Oh, is this a mix of?
It's a mix.
Oh, okay. So I won't. Dang, but that's cool. Look at that. One of what? Is it 100,000 or is that 1,000,000? 100,000. Like that's 1 in 100 of 100,000 is insane.
It's pretty solid.
That's super cool. Yeah. So
I mean, he's got 47 pages.
Jeez, old Pete. That's what's up. Do you have any like crazy closers? No. Well, that's cool. You definitely have a great variety of essentials. Let's see what your memento collection looks like. This is really what separates the amateurs from the pro. Three pages, not too shabby. Couple one of ones in your football section. Oh,
some videos.
Some videos, nice. Oh, and it's a one of too. That's nice.
Very nice.
Mint ones. Very cool. Great collection there. You got you have no Spirit of Halloween legits.
Was he around for Spirit Halloween?
It doesn't matter. You find Spirit of Halloween legits. That's what they do. They haunt your wallet like they do the bones of an old Toys R Us. So go trade somebody, get some Halloween legits or not. I love them, but
that is right, Mars. We do love the football baseball caps.
Let's see. What do you got on the structure ornaments? What are you rocking with? Dang, I like the mint one here, the Pumpkin Man. Very nice. Some low mint skulls. I was talking with somebody. Oh, when we were talking about evaluating, properties, and we started talking about decorating contests, like when you think of the Halloween, like these all count. This is a 2 of 5. That means only 5 neighborhoods in the entire game maximum could have this exact decoration in their neighborhood. Like that is tremendously valuable because the variety number of your neighborhood is actually a multiplier to your overall score. So it's the most critical component. So I think that people should not sleep on these very low total mint decorations because there is a high value to them, to competitive decorators. And I think we'll see that grow over time. So yeah, I mean, again, good. We got a good variety. You have some great low mints. Overall, I think pretty solid ornament collection. Oh, we don't. Well, let's see how many structures you got.
You're gonna break it. Oh, okay. Maybe not.
No,
5 pages. It's pretty solid.
Oh, that's kind of cool. 0 of 0. Oh. Wait, is it all the? Oh, is it the?
It's over 100 structures. So.
Yeah. Well done. Very cool.
And vehicle.
Land vehicle, which does imply the existence of non-land vehicles. All right. Hey, a 2R. I love the 2Rs. Absolutely love. I really like that design overall. So that's a great single digit single digit of the 2R. That's a great car. Love the dark blue Series 1. That's a great snag. You'll be able to do some good racing with that. And some practical cars here, 4E and a 4 base model. Hopefully you bought them at Mint, and then you got a pretty good deal. Outdoor decor. Let's see if he reps any outdoor. Excuse me. Excuse me. This is it?
That's it.
This is all you got?
That's all he's got.
All right. Well, just NFT 3. If you don't send me a request for a statue, mint 60 or higher, go make an offer on any of my test tube statues, mint 60 or higher. We have to change this. You can't. This makes me sad. So please go make that happen so we can make this less sad.
So he did mint all his land vehicles, which is awesome. But
that's really good.
But yeah, that's still kind of crazy. Good job for him. Definitely salty. I'm not being honest. I register every time for cars, and I've got one.
Hey, one's infinitely better than 0.
That is true.
So,
all
right. Well, there you go. If you would like an evaluation at some point, we can do that too. No more.
Ooh, Mars still has 0.
Mars, just offer me whatever. Oh, I don't know if I have your number. Your number is 13, isn't it? I can't remember if I already gave somebody 13. If I still have 13 and that's your number.
He was talking about cars.
Cars? Oh. I thought you were talking about decorations. Oh, well, then I take it back, Mars. No decorations for you.
Jeez. All right. So what we do have, though, is we got to run a report for the Spark hours for the landmark that I have in San Francisco. It is complete. It is built. Umbrella Boy, Saffrith, Lopside DM, Moonit, Sorfa, Laban, Maui, Bidniz, Swirly 129, and SC Kicker 2022 all contributed like right away and stayed for the whole time. So we got to figure out how many entries they have. So we got to do, since somebody said that we were going to do Spark hours and just not Spark. I did check it daily. It never changed. So these are the people that are entered.
Well, then just figure out how long you ran it for. And wait. So is it the same people that had the full?
They were staked the whole time. Yep.
Okay, then by the laws of multiplication, you can just do total Spark.
I know.
Because do you want me to write the algebraic formula?
I just need time. That's all. I just need time to calculate.
Equals, and then you remove that, right?
Yeah, I got that. It's just the time to sit down and do that.
Well, but you have their numbers that they staked, the amount that they staked. Okay, That's it. That's how many tickets they get.
Okay.
That's it.
All right.
So just add their name to the wheel that many times. And then spin the wheel. Why are we overcomplicating this?
Because you said Spark hours.
I did, but now it's converted. How easy is that? You're welcome. Please, I have no outdoors. Well, if you don't have any outdoor, there's no reason for you to need decorations for it. So you should have thought about that, Swirly.
You kill me.
Goddess of pixels. What
else do you got going on with UPX World?
What don't we have?
A functioning game in Upland.
I will. Is that necessary?
I mean, you wanted me to.
You know, I'm working on my anger management. You got to come at me like that? No, I mean we do. I mean we have our alpha game. You can download it on the Discord server, and so you can play that. And we do have UPX.world is out with the data mines, which is a big thing. So you can do all of the reporting and everything right from there.
Yeah, I won't have this up and running today. I mean, you just kind of ended. You're just like, bah.
Oh, you needed me to stall while you were doing that.
Right.
Oh.
Hey, we've only been doing this for 3 years, but hey.
Well, I'm still surprised that you don't have it more together. I guess every week I come into it going, dude, this is going to be the week he comes with it. And I come into that. That's my open heart, and then just like shattered. Like, oh, he's still trying to figure his life out. We're just lucky he's got his arms through the holes on his shirt, I guess.
Absolutely, that's a challenge each and every day. Getting dressed.
Come on, you could do better. Don't encourage me. Let's look at some other. What do we want to look at? Somebody, what was there another neighborhood that somebody wanted me to look at? Oh, I took you off stream because you were not looking. So you're not on the stream. I can see you backstage though. All right. Can it show treasure hunt history? I don't think that has. No, I don't believe that's part of it yet.
Sherwood Forest.
Sherwood Forest, you say? You left before you told me what city that was in. Let's take some guesses. Chicago? I feel like it's Chicago. If it's not Chicago, somebody call it out in chat because we'll be here all night.
I thought Sherwood was in Detroit.
All right. Detroit it is. That was a test. You've all failed. Well, not all of you. Keith and Hyde Park Ninjas, who's also probably Keith, Usinate, and Weldopedia. You're good. Detroit. Where? Why? Oh, note. That should be alphabetical. That's ridiculous. Wow, they got a lot of neighborhoods. Sherwood Forest, you say. Let's see. Dang, USD floor, $60. UPX floor, $90K. All right. Very few for sale. That's impressive. This means that it's a very tight-knit community, which tracks from everything we've kind of heard. And the 30 that are for sale are actually quite a small percentage of the overall ownership of the neighborhood anyway. So again, let's see who is kind of running this. It looks like N.O.D.E. No-Chick? Oh, No-Chick? Keeping Cool, Easley and Grandart. Tosshead. Hey, Tosshead. Bumpkins, Brown Hype. Yeah, so we got some people here. Let's see. We'll do the size comparison. We'll say, hey, what about that? Looks like it's pretty even, which is good. Nobody like runs away with it or has any massively disproportionate number there. That's good to see. Now what I'm going to look is top Spark investors. Again, we want to see the leaders of it. Oh yeah. And sorry, Hyde Park Ninja. I know you're not Keith. I know I was more joking because Keith is also a Hyde Park Ninja. Anyway. So I want to see the leaders of the neighborhood here. Which we don't. We have now. Granted, so here's the other thing that could happen. Is that these could be the leaders of the node. They might just not have the most properties, but if they're investing the most Spark, to me, they could still very well be leaders. But that is interesting that we really only see like keeping it cool pretty far down here compared to, Jerome and David 19773 and Lightning like so we're seeing some big investments, which is great. Hopefully that converts to, we'll change this one to property ownership, because then what this will tell us is, so Jerome is not up here, which to me means that they are probably buying, building, and then selling. So they know that this is a popular node. They probably build, or could just be somebody who runs the Spark there. That could be the other thing. So something to look at there. So Tosshead at 12, Max City. So again, it's interesting to see that this is a very different list than here. A lot of times with, especially you can look at Midtown Terrace as an example. Like Ben has by far the most buildings there and by far the most Spark invested. So you can usually tell, like, if it's really strongly led by a single person, that those Spark invested in total properties with buildings on it would be proportional to some degree, because you would be building for yourself. So anyway. So that is that. Let's take a look from a competitive perspective. Buildings completed by type, and we'll pull up here buildings under construction. All right, I like pie charts for these anyway. Pie chart. All right, so surprising here, a disproportionate amount of ranch houses, which is kind of cool. Good for you guys. That's a big piece of property, though. Probably could have been an apartment, just saying. Small townhouses, 60. That's about right. What we would see. Apartments, 41. Good job. Honestly, like another couple, which let's see what you got in the brew. Somebody's been listening. Get it, Sherwood. 17 apartments being built. That's what we want to see. That's what we want to see, is somebody who's coming up to say, you know what? Don't count us out, because we're building to win. 17 apartment complexes. That's coming to win. That's a massive increase and would be awesome. Luxury ranch houses. What are you guys doing? You guys are like living large. Like, you guys just must have like an abundance of huge properties. 15 luxury ranch houses? Is this like a ranch? Is this one of the, I don't know. Maybe it's a style thing. That's insane to me. It's super cool. I've never seen a neighborhood with those kind of proportions. And then, yeah, because like there's not even a luxury, a couple luxury moderns, less than 8 micros. Like, yeah. Oh, you never looked at Bronxdale, just Bronx. Oh, I didn't know Bronxdale was a thing.
Yes.
Oh, I just thought it was, yeah, Bronx. I just thought you were trying to be like Bronxdale, like for Bronx. I don't know. Well, I mean, we are way over on time. I don't care. I sit here and talk all night. I love this stuff. I'll do Bronxdale right now. Boom. What, Queens? Bronx, right? Jeez.
So
what?
What's with the aggressiveness, man?
I don't know. I don't know where that came from. Sorry. You're interrupting my Bronxdale investigation.
Well, I was giving you a chance to get Bronxdale up because, you know, it seems like the community is really excited for Chokes for Charity. And I just want to see what your whole issue is with not participating in Chokes for Charity.
So I have this thing where I don't like to be unconscious for any reason ever, as much as humanly possible. So getting choked out seems just like not a great thing that I ever want to do.
It's a quick nap. Last seconds.
Okay, go do it yourself then.
Nobody wants to see me get choked.
Bronx, I mean, that's your own problem. Hey, look at this. There's our girl Morchie's dominating 78. It's a quaint neighborhood. Ooh, I like quaint neighborhoods.
That's a huge disparity.
USD floor $100. UPX floor $1 million. And look at there's what? 4 for sale. There's really 4 for sale.
And Alamo Square, as much as we hype it, has 316 total properties. They have 314. They only have 4 for sale. And then we were talking about the comparison between the US dollar floor and the UPX floor. And this is way more drastic.
Yeah. 134 buildings. I don't remember how that compares to
Alamo Square has more. 187.
Oh, 180s. Yeah. I mean, you guys need to chill with the choke. This is like, you can't just keep saying that. Like, you're going to get flagged. There's going to be investigations.
We're doing it for charity. And
you can't just say that and make it okay. Like, no, it doesn't work that way.
And KO is very experienced in this, so he'll be gentle.
Oh my goodness. Okay. So anyway.
And it's for charity.
Anyway, also you can see here, even for the 4 that are for sale, they aren't significant properties. They are very, very small properties. So shout out to Morchie's, who probably, wait, did everyone else not even make it to the list because it's so small? Anyway, so maybe it just didn't load. I don't know. Shout out Morchie's. Let's see. What else do we want to see? Who's investing the Spark? Top Spark investors. Dang, N.O.D.E. I haven't seen N.O.D.E. in a minute. There you go. Bloodless. Your Prince. Card makers. You got some good, solid top players here for sure. But your boy N.O.D.E. is catching up. Let's see. Building owners. Oh, geez. Excuse me. If you're supposed to be leading this, although, you know what? Maybe that just means that you're putting more spark in other people's buildings before your own. And that is a good leader. So kudos to you. We'll just assume that that's what you were doing.
No.
Why?
Because what you're doing right now is trying to make up for your lack of putting buildings in Alamo Square. And I see what you're doing.
Oh, no. Because I wasn't.
Because you were one of the.
I wasn't one of the top Spark contributors either.
Yeah, you were.
I wasn't. Was I?
In Alamo Square? You were one of the top ones. I mean,
Trona
was leading the way.
Get it together. I don't know. But no, I'm not trying to. I'll own. I built what I wanted, and I did help out. Like I helped out on the paintings and some other stuff. But yeah, so very cool. Great diversity in the top ownership, and given that Morchie's was the top Spark contributor, which means that those buildings aren't ones that she owns. Like that Spark didn't go to her buildings. That means that she's helping out other players, which is a great leader quality. So that's actually, I'm glad that we had that because that's something to think about when we see something, when we see that trend. So you said you have some apartments, small townhouses. Yep. 58. I like I like this. I like that your second is apartment. Like that's really good prioritization because that means you're not wasting like many. Like I was going to say, you know what? You probably don't even have any like ranches because I think if it can fit a ranch, it almost certainly can fit an apartment, right? I I
Yes.
don't know the dimensions, but I feel like every ranch could be an apartment. So
Yes.
the fact that there's no ranches here, all apartments, it feels like you absolutely have optimized your total occupancy, which is great. But if you're looking to compete from a decorating perspective, you might have to try to find some diversity there. What do you got under construction? Some even slices here, one town, one small, one apartment. Looks like Simon says. All right. And there you go. I'm putting a factory in neighborhood next door. Oh, okay. Geez. Okay. A large cheese. I mean, a showroom is more reasonable than a factory at this point, for sure. It's still a little, but hey, if it's one, it's reasonable. Like you're not getting out of control. It's really smart putting the factory next door. You definitely don't want to waste a premium property on that hunk of metal.
All right, I'm ready to give stuff away.
Oh my goodness.
I've been ready.
90 minutes into a 60-minute show, we're finally ready for the main event. Let's go.
I have been ready. You were just, and I didn't want to interrupt your stuff.
How do you know showrooms need it on? And I'm not sure. If your question is, how much inventory can your showroom? So your showroom, you can put as much fits on the lot. You can only have up for sale based on the size of your showroom. So I think it's like 25 or 50, then like 100, 150, and then something like 200 plus or something, maybe 250 for like the large showrooms. But as far as you can only fit whatever's on there. So if you have a bunch of like tiny objects versus a bunch of say big cars or big objects, it would vary.
All right, we'll owe names.
Oh, okay. So these are all your happy Sparker stickers.
Yeah. Some people only staked a half a spark, so I had to double it. So I didn't have to divide. It was easier to double than divide. So whatever the case may be. So first we're going to give away an OG anvil.
OG anvil. Here we go. This is a good one because you are stingy. Also, is your factory empty, by the way?
Yeah, because I'm supposed to be upgrading to a large factory that I've had built, but I've had no communication on it.
That's husband and wife.
Yeah.
Laban and Maui. That's really funny. And it goes to Laban.
Yes.
They sent me the creepiest candy last year.
Dude, that candy was so good though.
It was good, but it was creepy. The people, it was like gummy people, but the people were way too lifelike.
Yeah, but it was good.
It was a little weird. I mean, I ate it all, but it was weird.
It was good. And then we're giving away a test tube statue.
Test tube statue. Is your large factory already built?
Yeah. I've just been waiting.
Oh, we need to get on that. I also have a large factory built. Oh.
Saffron.
Boom. Saffron. Feel free to shoot me a offer on any test tube statue, mint 60 or higher.
And Laban 50 or higher for the OG anvil.
Oh, look at you, Mr.
Well, I think you give away your 50 and higher. I thought you were through with all your 50 and higher.
I think so. I didn't want to get people's hopes up. So I
know I still have some available.
But yeah, once we get those big factories, man,
yeah. So I got it. That's on my list to do this weekend. Ping Jennifer and see what's going on because I got everything moved out. I have nothing. Nothing's been produced. They asked me to do it by what was it? The 16th of January or something to have everything shut down. And I did. I had everything shut down and moved out. And now we're 2 weeks after. So we'll see what's going on. And I know we're late into the show, but I find it kind of frustrating for being a beta outdoor decor person. They open it up and there's still so many things that they're working out with the initial group that they're opening it up to more people right now. And we've had people that have designs in waiting for approval that hasn't had approval in months. We're not talking a couple days, couple weeks. We're talking about months.
Wait. So did they actually open it up?
Yeah. You got people's shops opening up now.
Wait. But decor shops, not manufacturing.
Outdoor decor. Yeah. Outdoor decor.
But they don't, so those are two different meta ventures.
Oh, okay.
So outdoor decor, all they can do is a showroom. They can't build anything.
Gotcha.
So it's just a showroom. And keep in mind that Upland has also sold a ton of their own outdoor decor. So
okay, I misunderstood that then. Okay. I guess I kind of lost.
No,
okay.
Where the manufacturing is still just
gotcha. So I misunderstood. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I make mistakes.
I kind of had the same like mental like freak out. Like, are you kidding me? But then I realized, hey, it actually helps us.
Yes,
because now we can distribute more easily and it'll start circulating.
Okay.
Although there was some really good debates on secondary sales as well for like the original creators, right? Like NFTs traditionally, if you mint them, and we've seen very similar debates, even like in 11.11 and stuff like that. And Upland has pretty much said, no, like that's not how it works. No secondary sales. Yeah.
And then, because I saw the article and I didn't do my due diligence because I'm like, I already got that. And so, never mind. I'm sorry. Dirk, X1, everybody else that listens.
Yeah. Way to go, man.
But my name is Too Stupid to Win.
That's true. All right.
You just want to stare at each other for another 2 minutes?
I mean, that'd be awesome.
All right. You got anything else before we get out of here this week?
No, I don't.
All right. Everybody be safe. Have fun. We'll see you out there in the metaverse.
The UPX Podcast with the property expert. If it's happening in Upland, it's the place you want to check first. With your host, Too Stupid to Win and ThankMeLater. Bringing the strategy, news, and cool charts with all the data. This is Upland, where the metaverse goes down. Genesis, San Fran, to Rio, and all around. Don't miss a week, you never know what they'll say next. It's the Upland property experts, baby, UPX